So we created a Java project for graphical user interface. Next, we can mark it as command line up. Next, we created as a Java Swing demo. Finish. Wait some time, and we have new project. We close this one, and we have the project. But the main we will understand the idea of a swing at all and how it works. At first, all graphical user interface bases on the model view controller pattern. I acknowledge with this pattern, model view controller. Did you hear about this pattern, programming pattern? Yes. This general idea, this pattern used to provide ability to represent some information, because a view allows to represent some values, data, or something else. We have model. The model is the logic of our application, and model reflects some algorithms and maybe data which we have, and controller allows you to connect your representation and some events which arise in the system. And these events could be clicking, it could be clicking on some buttons, it could be some incoming messages, it could be some file which appeared in some folder or something else. But in our case, it will be a click of the user in some button or doing of a user. So now you hear the word action. Action, that means that somebody or something should listen to it, listen to some action. So we will have action listener. So controller, view, and model. Model is the logic, view is representation, and controller allows to handle user input and user actions. This is the first which we have to understand and to know. The next, we will use Swing library, one of the graphical user interface libraries for Java among JavaFX, Swing, and SWT. This library is portable, is the most portable. It could be executed in multiple environments and it doesn't depend on any graphical accelerator. So it doesn't depend on any specific platform dependent library. Okay, how it looks like? We have something which is frame. Frame in our words is a window, and into this frame we can add other layers. It's like a layered cake, but in every layer we can add additional components. A very important thing that in Java and in any other programming languages we are using patterns, programming patterns, and here we have programming pattern with the name component. And it provides ability to add one component to another one. And for instance, if you have a component of a type button, you can add other component of type button to this button. In our case, we have one panel, we can add one panel into another one. If you have one menu, we can add another menu into this menu. So component, for instance, sometimes in interview you can face with the problem. Not the problem, but maybe you face with the question. What programming patterns do you know? And you can tell from, I'm talking about gang of 4 patterns, about one of 23 patterns, and one of them is component. So for interview questions, you can explain that component used is using for graphical user interface in Java in a Swing base based on this pattern component. So we have multiple layers, and now you will see that the base and the basis of them is frame, something which is frame. It's our window. Then we have root pane. It could be or not. Then we can have another panes, content pane, for instance. Also, we can add menu bar. We will add it in our program, and that's all. That's all. So this is the structure of graphical user interface which we will use. Okay, this is the idea, and let's create some graphical user interface, some basics. What we will do, let's increase the size of our program. So okay, what we will have? We have let's create Jframe. We have Jframe. And now what can do here? We can put here the name of our window, and it will be the title. Window title. So it will be window title. But let's name of our application. First we will create decimal to binary converter. Let's create in our application, to do it more in a more natural way, let's create the logic. The logic of our application will be numbers and what we'll put here? We'll put here the method which will provide for us a string as binary number, yes, and two binary string, and the input will be how we'll do this? Very simple. In a very simple way we'll do this. We will create integer value of decimal number, and to we will get we have to use to convert it to the string. We will use the method. For these purposes, the method for conversion to the string. Then we'll use to convert into, just a moment, let me have to use radix. Oh, we have two binary string. Yes, good. Two binary string, and it will be static method, so we haven't used any, mustn't use any decimal number. So that's all. The all logic. I agree with you that we haven't used some specific things, but it will simplify and show you that this is the logic. So two binary string. I understand that this are the same, so why I'm using this? Only to show that this is some separate logic. Okay, frame. Yes, we are creating frame. The next, this frame should be visible. Okay, let's run the program. Run. If I run the program, yes, I creating the program finishes, yes, but nothing was shown. What we have to do? We have to add to this frame visible. We should have set true, and also we have to set size and put the size of this window. Yes, we do this. Run. Absolutely right. We have to show it, and now we have this window. Just a moment, because it's full screen, and yes, this application. You see this window. I try to close it, but as you can see here, the application is still running. This red square is, yes, I click on it, I stop the program, now it finishes. What I have to do? I have to add set default close operation, and it should be Jframe exit on close. I have this, I run this, and now we are having this application, And if we click now on the cross, application will finish. That's all. Okay, it works. Yes, we see that it works. Now we will create. Now what we'll create? We'll create panel. Panel. And we'll create. And what we will do? This Jframe add this panel. We add panel to the Jframe. Before this, I'm creating J text field. J text field. With a 0 on it. And the next I'm add, okay, the next component which I add here, I add here J button equals to new J button, and with the text convert to binary. That's okay. Now I have to show this text somewhere. JLabel label equals to new JLabel. What it will be? It will be binary value. Yes, and binary value. And okay, we also have to get binary value. How to get this binary value? It will be, okay, it will be done. JLabel, it will be empty. Now it will be empty. Let it be empty. To simplify our task, it will be empty. And what I have to do now? Now I'm okay to the panel. I have to add everything to the panel. Panel add J text field. It is added. Successfully added. Panel add button. Panel add label. So 3 elements of graphical user interface were added to the panel, and let's check how it looked like. Run. We have this window. Oh, I have to resize it. This. So I have this window. You see that too small text field, only with the one value. I have to maybe change something to something else, but nevertheless, we have some result. Okay, you have some question? Yes, I didn't set it, but you can do this, sure. You can set font, you can set multiple editable or not, sure. Alignment, but you can use let's set bounds or something like set size. We can set size to it. Okay, let it be set size, and it will be width 10 by not 10 maybe. Height will be 10, maybe this way. Okay, let it be. We can set size, but it also can set the number of the symbols which should be represented in this text field. Yes. Oh. No, it wasn't correct, because it shouldn't be the size, it should be size, sorry. Let's check other thing. It shouldn't be, no, not set the size, it should be it should be very simple. Sorry, not set size. Put here the number of columns, and it could be, for instance, 10 or 12, 20, for instance. Let's be 10. Let's run the same program, our program again, and we will see the proper result. Yes. The number of columns and the value of the first one. What is the value? So now, if you look here, you will see that we have the number, yes, and we have button. This worked. Yes, good. Also, good question. You can add to the panel multiple different elements. For instance, it could be new J button. Let me show you only for demonstration purposes. Let's do this. Too much, yes? Too much. Run again, and we will see something strange. It's not something strange, but it will be it will look like this, yes? If you resize the window, yes. The question, how I can put these elements in a more proper way, which I want to have. For this purpose, we will use Layout Manager, and we have to use this Layout Manager here, for instance. It could be, by default, use Flow Layout yes, that's by default used. And you can set panel, set layout, and you have flow layout. It's because in our previous representation you saw that that's like a flow of the elements from the left to the right in a row, and in the next row from the left to the right, and from the left to the right, from the left to the right, from the left to the right, and you move through these all elements. So this is flow layout. So we set flow layout, but also there is grid layout. There is also grid layout. With the grid layout, you can set, for instance, 8 by 8. And if you set here grid layout, let me show you. Okay, again, if you don't use any layout, by default, flow layout will be used. So again, let me show you in our program. It will be more evident for you if you see it in example. This one, you see this, yes? This is flow layout. You see that from the left to the right, from the left to the right. Is it clear, Rahim? Flow. Why? Very simple, because I put it here. Okay, and now what about grid layout? Let's check grid layout. Now I run my program with a grid layout. If you are working and creating calculator, in this case grid layout, absolutely right. Yes, columns and rows, absolutely right. You will have something like this. It doesn't depend on the size, but you have these elements. And please remember that you can put in this grid cell, yes, in this cell of this grid, any element which you want. You can put into this grid element another panel with other buttons, and so on and so on. So this is grid layout. Also there is card layout, card with the cards, like a cards. This allows you to locate elements in your panel according to some other criteria, not according to the grid, not aligned by the grid, not aligned by something else, but something like this you see here. Okay, this is grid, but I believe that for our purpose, flow layout will be enough. Agree with me? Flow layout was perfect. So I remove all this, and I believe you got what I mean about layout. Layout Manager allows you to locate elements in your panel. Let's move forward. Rahim? Yes, ask me. You have some question? No? Okay. I move forward. Because we have some task to resolve. I remove grid layout here, and flow layout is not needed for us. Okay, and ask any questions you have, please write in the chat. Please write them. Oh, Rahim, it depends. It depends. The question, what what I'm doing now. And any questions, please write to the chat. Right, to add the logic, because we miss the logic of our application, and if we have yes, we don't do anything. What we have to do? We have to any. Okay, let me explain it. To any component in a Java, we can add some listener. What we will do? We will use some event source, yes, and we connect some event listener, and we implement the method which will do something for you if you need to handle something. So we will have event listener and we have event source, and it will work in this way. Another important thing you have to understand that for handling events we are using pattern of Django 4 with the name observer. Observer is a pattern which have subscribers and publishers. So a component publish some event and listener subscribe on it and listen to it. But in our case we will not do this because Java do it internally. We simply use predefined and written methods in JDK for this purpose, and we simply call them and trigger some logic. We're doing something to provide needed functionality. Okay, now what I'm doing. What I'm doing now. Now let's do the next. Let's create we have button, yes, we have, because only one button, add action listener, and we have to implement here action listener. Action listener is an interface, so it is not implemented. We have to implement the class, we have to create the class which implements action listener. So what we will do, we will write here, let me explain you what we will do here. I will create it for you. Button handler, and it will implement action listener. Action listener, yes. And now we create method action performed, and here we will add some logic. For instance, yes, clear. And now, so we create this class. Button handler implements action listener. Button was clicked. Yes, you see this. Button handler implements action listener. It overrides the method from action listener, action performed. In the main, what we are doing in the main we simply put new button handler, and that's all. We put this instance of this class. If you want, okay, button handler is the new button handler, we have this, we have this, we have this, and now we call it. Now let's check. Do you see this? Button was clicked. Yes? Works? Do you have the same result? Please share with me your results. Rahim? Okay, right, okay. Okay, write the function, create the same thing, and I will show you how to simplify this. Because you can write it, maybe you have, I have to share with you code, yes, if needed. It's rather simple, but it's new for you, so that's maybe not so fast for you. I understand this, yes, because it's for beginning, it's really yes, good, great. Now let's switch to the main function, and I will show you one important thing. If you look into action listener, let's check it. This is interface with only one method, only action performed. So in this interface there is only one method, only action performed. And you see that action listener extends event listener. Event listener. Here I want to tell you a few things about events. So we have event, and for events we are using AWT library. AWT library. If you look here in the code, you see that this is AWT event. And here you see that we are using action event, but also we have other events for different purposes. For instance, for button click we have action event, but also there are component event, and these could be input event, yes, if you type something, focus if you move on over the some object, paint event, window event. That's these are some actions with the window, residing, etc. So you also can handle them. Key event, mouse wheel event. Unfortunately, Java doesn't have ability to handle for graphical tablet stylus and something else. So only the mouse with the buttons and the wheel could be used. Okay, we move forward, close this, and now this is the event, and again only one method. In the main here we created class with implements and etc. What we can do? We can do very simple thing. We can change this action listener button handler, let it be button handler 2 equals to by the lambda. We have event and we have you agree with me that the code will be smaller, yes? Only except one thing, what we have to do. Language level, sorry. I have to change file, project structure, and language level. I don't know why language level is 6 modules, libraries, faces, artifacts, SDK. Strange why language level is 6. Why it is 6? Okay. Well, now will be okay. No? Yes. Okay. So you can use also lambdas, and that means that you can. Yes, it's simpler than create class. That's all. That's all. We don't need to create this class. But I have to show you how we have to do this. If you, for instance, have some more complicated, you have to create class. But if your tasks are rather simple, that's enough to create lambda. What is a lambda? Let's analyze and let's compare. Lambda takes event here, yes, because action performed method has event parameter here. And for instance, what you can do, you simply can plus e. Let's check what it do, what you will see. Let's remove here. Oh, maybe no, okay. 2 plus here we will do this plus e. Let's see what we will see here. Let's run again. Stop and run. We have this, and we click here, and you will see event. What event contains? Event contains, this is the word button clicked, yes, button clicked here, and event. Event contains this is action event. It contains when it happened, timestamp, button, what caused this event, in what button it happened, the alignment of this button, and other peculiarities of these elements. So all these things you can see here. And text convert to binary. Yes, also text from this button. So this is the event, and we will simplify it. Our task is to simply, what we have to do. Let's button handler. Let's write it here. What we will do? We will write something like this. Is it clear for you, lambdas, using of lambdas or not? Tell me, please. A lambda, another name of lambda is anonymous function. Right, absolutely right. We reduce a redundant code. We remove the class, the name of this class, the name of the method, because it's evident that in this, for instance, we will have class name implements action listener, yes, and action performed, the name. It's clear, and we have only one needed to think. It's parameter, it's only one, and the logic in these curly brackets. That's why here I write only the parameter of the method. I put the arrow right to the right, yes, and I'm using curly brackets. This is okay. Let's move forward, and our task to convert between. So what we will do, we will not print on the screen this button click, but we will do real logic. What the logic will be? We have number conversion service, converter service. We call to binary string. We have to take some value. Where we can take this value? We have to take number, and what it will be? We take it from the text field, yes, JText field, get text. We can take this text, but we have to convert it into the value. So what we'll do, integer parse int, and we are doing this. We have number, now we have converter number to string, and what we'll do, we our label, it's label, yes, it's label, set text, okay, let it be string, I declare it as a string, oh, we have binary number, then we have set text, and we will write decimal, or maybe let's do this. This string, then we are using string format and put string equals, then put a number, this one. So I do this. Is it evident and clear for you? Tell me please. This code which I write here. Okay, let's move forward. Right, let's check it works or not. Let's check it works or not. It works or not. Let's check it how it works. Okay, what I'm doing here, let's type here this, and then we have this. Yes, works? Yes, we have to check something. For instance, if we put here 0, trying 0, we will have, no, that's okay, it works. Yes, if you put comma, you will have an error. Yes, you have exception, but we didn't handle it because we can have exception if you put here something which is not a number. Yes, we will have exception. So it works. Yes, Rahim? I believe we have the same result. We created this small application, and now I want to show you another thing we can do with this. What we can do in our IntelliJ IDEA. If you click right on the right button in this project, click here and do new. Just a moment, I don't see where it is. New. Let's click. Let's look, please, on the package. On the package, for instance, new. Swing UI designer. GUI form, GUI form, do you see this? Yes. I click here. Form name will be, for instance, Notepad demo. Then grid layout, for instance, or flow layout, maybe flow layout or grid layout. You see that there are custom grid layout manager from IntelliJ IDEA. I click here. OK. The class name will be Notepad demo. I click OK. And then will appear form, which allows me to make it in a visual way. What I'm doing here, I look here and I see that I have here I don't see here menu. Where is menu? Oh, I don't see menu. Where we have it? Okay, we will add it later. Not the issue. It's possible to add it, but nevertheless we see that you have here form, yes, and you have panel, And to this panel we can add very simple thing. We can put here J text area, but also J scroll bar. Let's do this. It will be J panel, but custom create border, same client properties, font foreground. Okay, let it be. Let's put here J scroll pane. Yes, right. J scroll pane. We put it here. J scroll pane. Okay. What I click? If you click on the package again, please, Rahim, do you see my mouse? Do you see this menu? Now, pop-up menu. Rahim, do you see this? Right click on the package name. Then, new, and Swing UI Designer and GUI form. Please let me know that you have the same results. Yes, so I can continue. You have the same. Write the name of the class. Yes, good. So I have this window. Yes, and I have scroll pane, and inside this scroll pane I will put text area. Sorry, J text pane. J text pane. Yes, right. Or maybe text area. Oh, let it be. We will check. So we have this. Yes or not. Preview. Okay, let's Notepad demo. We have J text pane. Okay, Notepad form. And now, okay, I add here. You see this? Yes, Notepad demo. Notepad demo class contains only private J text pane. You see this? At least we do this. What I have to do now? I go to my, or I can create here Notepad demo new. Sorry, not here, but here new Java class. Notepad demo run. Or up if you want. Create new class. Please do this. And inside this class, right click on this class, and then just a moment. Oh no, sorry, Notepad demo. Yes, this one, sorry. In Notepad demo app, right click, generate. No, not here, sorry. in Notepad demo, sorry, here, Notepad demo, in the Notepad demo, generate, because I forgot what I have to click, this is only about clicking, generate, and then form main. Do you see this? Right click in the class of this here, right click on this, then generate form main, okay, I have to check the form. First let's do the next. Let me remove maybe something not needed, vertical spacer, and let's J scroll pane, okay, J scroll pane, and then J text area. So this is the J text area, we have this. And now Notepad demo, right click, generate form main. Yes, right, good. I have to fix this. So we have the code to run our Notepad. And now if I click run in this class, I will see window of this program. Yes, it is not window of this program. This window, and you can type here the text. You see, with the scrolling, everything has the scroll. So we can type, yes, I agree that the font and issues with the font and etc., but nevertheless we created this. I believe you can do the same thing. Did you? How are your results? What are your results now? Sorry, my bad that I forgot few clicks, the fall of the clicks, because not every day I'm creating graphical user interface. Good, but how to run this? Did you get? Maybe move forward. Yes, good. Did you create this? Did you run our Notepad? But you saw what I right, I'm reading the chat. You're writing something. typing. Okay, I do this. Okay, I remove this here. Yes, you see, I remove this. You have Notepad demo. Yes, something like this. Class with this field. Good. Right click in this class, inside the class. Right click, generate, and you have form main in this generate. Do you see? And if you click on form main, okay, type please. I want to see that everything is okay with your form. No. Please look here. Notepad demo. Do you see this? I have only two. Yes, you see. Right click, generate, and the last one. The last one. So, okay, you did it. Do you see this? Form main, and we have the code. Rahim, you succeed in creating this form and this method. No. Why? So we have this text area, and we can run this application and we will see some result. This is a trigger. Also, in this form, when we are clicking on this form, we also can check and see that if needed, we can add here menu bar. Let's do it manually. We can do it manually. I believe yes. Let's do this. J menu bar equals to new J menu bar. Then J menu equals to file menu. Oh, sorry. Equals to new J menu file, and remove this. Then we will have two menus, and we will have help menu. Help menu. Then what I'm doing, I'm adding J menu bar, add file menu, and I'm adding here help menu. Yes, I added them. Now, what I'm doing now, I will do the next. J menu item with the name save file menu item equals to new jmenu item, save. Also we'll have open file menu item, open, and then we will add here exit. Also I will add here about menu item, about menu item, and it will have about. Also we have J menu okay, let it be. So we have these elements, and now what we will do, we will add help menu, add about menu item. Yes, we add this, and we file menu, add open file menu item, and also what we will do, save file menu item, exit file menu item. That's okay? That's okay. Okay, do you have the same things with the menu? Let me simplify your task. Let me simplify a task. Yes, you can tell me, oh, I don't want to do this, but okay. Let's do the same thing. Let's speed up our work. Good. What I'm doing now, let's run our program now. Let's run our program now. And let's see what we will have now, because it will be interesting to see the menu. Sorry, we forgot to add the menu to our program, menu bar. Because frame add, sorry, not add but set jmenu bar. And we will add jmenu bar, this and also these things should be here under the frame, this one. So you see this, yes. Now I run my program and I will see that it has menu and we have menu now. Great. We can celebrate our menu. We have it now in our application. Do you see this? We have menu with all the things. Yes, good. But it doesn't do anything. So let's add functionality. What we'll do? We will, in this exit menu item, what I will do? Exit menu item, add action listener. The same approach like for the button. E lambda system exit 0. This will close our application and it will finish. Yes, yes, okay. How do you prefer?